Right, good morning everyone. Welcome back to another video. Finally got over the man flu, which is very good. Before we go any further, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who went and helped out Will on Cowley Hill Farm and getting him to his 10k subs. I know he's absolutely made up about it. It's an awesome achievement for him. So thank you to everyone who went across and dropped him a sub. Now you wouldn't necessarily know it by looking around you, but we are in the middle of July and it is pretty damp indeed. So we're kind of doing some odd jobs. This morning we dried off another 50 cows. That was a nice job to get done. I will next Monday, so it's Monday today, next Monday when we do another 50, I will try and film how we do it to show you all what goes on. You saw the fluke and bolusing being done in the crush. I'll show you what goes on in the parlour with the actual teat sealing and tubing. At the minute, this machine here, the Manitou, we washed this off the end of last week, gave it a proper good clean, got underneath, got all the sand off and everything because it had been taking the sand out of the slurry lagoon over there. It got absolutely covered, getting every little nook and cranny we could, all in the wheels, turned all those inside out and got all inside the hubs and everything. So that was a good job done. We then went around and attacked all the grease nipples that we could. The only thing I haven't done is got right underneath to see if there's one on the prop shaft that goes along. So I'm going to do that now. What I was hoping was to nick this bit of cardboard, like so, lie that on the floor, and then I can lie on that. Let's see what's under here. It's actually along the far side. I think this is a sealed bearing. Will I get the grease gun on that? I need 4 hands. If this looks awkward, it's because it is. Has any of that even been going in there? Oh, beautiful. Now we're farming. Right, now if there's one on there, that would indicate to me that there'll be one on that end. Sorry folks, you can't really see what's going on, can you? Just try and pull you closer. Right, so welcome to the underside of the Manitou. So there's a grease nipple up there. So we've got that one. Does that mean there's one? Oh yeah, there's one there, look. So we'll do that one whilst we're here. I'm guessing that's the big hydraulic filter. Is there a grease nipple on here anywhere? Can't feel one. Can't feel one on the inside there. Can't feel one on the inside there. No, I think that is grease free there. So I tried to wash under here as much as I could from the outside. Right, so one on there. Now, as you'll be able to see here in a second, the problem I have is that I need to hold that on there whilst pumping the grease gun. And then I've got to let the pressure off. If I put my knee there like that. That's a winning combination. Well, that was fun. So this has had a proper good service up. Obviously hasn't had its filters and stuff done, but it's had a good wash and a good grease. And I think I did a pretty good job of washing it, but it's got a bit dusty since. Got to keep stuff clean with sand. Sand is hideous. Absolutely hideous for machinery. Right, milking time. Just getting the cows in, so Gus, Rocky and Pip are out here running about, chasing them across the road for us. Now how about this for a farming conundrum? Richard has told me to send the cows to one place tonight after milking, and Robert's told me to send them to another place. So, who do you listen to? I'm going to upset one of them, whatever I do. I don't think it makes a lot of odds really. Rob wants me to just pick up the fence in this field and let them straight back here, which I think I'll do, because then I can get them in from here in the morning, send them somewhere else tomorrow during the day, and I can come out here with the tanker if I want to, without upsetting the cows. Here we go. This is the only time we ever have to hold traffic, is crossing this road with all of them in the afternoon. Come on then, moo cows, come on! So there's 50 less than there was this morning. We're now down to 228 to go through the parlour tonight. By this time next week, it'll be down to 178. There'll be another 50 to go dry next Monday morning. That won't take very long to go through there at all. There's 9.5 rows. Soon get that done. A few flies about, even though we've had all this rain. Right, Abby started milking. So while she's doing that, I'm just gonna boogie on and pick up that fence a minute. And then it will be ready here for him to go out. Right, back out in the field. I'm going to quickly reel this fence up because the first row of cows won't be too far behind me, and they can have the rest of that tonight. And then tomorrow, the dirty water ditch is just this side of that hedge there. I can come in here and get water if I want to without upsetting the cows in here. Well done, Pip. Rocky, where are you? Go, Rocky dog. Gus, Gus, come. Come, up. Get up. Good dog. Well done. Right, it is the next morning. currently about 10 to 5, and we have had a large amount of rain overnight. Now, I'm not going to complain about the rain because we needed it. We were drying out. But I know there's a lot of people this weekend that have sprayed off rape and things like that, which the rain is really not going to be very helpful for. Hello, girls. Cows will be pretty keen to come in this morning. There wasn't silly amounts of grass in here for them, and they've had a night of non-stop rain. So yeah, from a very selfish point of view, the rain is very, very welcome. It will hopefully get the grass growing again a little bit. I think Richard said we had 20 mil on Saturday. Sunday wasn't too bad, and then we had, I don't know, pretty steady rain last night. It'd be interesting to see what's in the rain gauge. We are nice and handy to the farm this morning. It is literally just there. One of the closest fields. We have had one cow slip calve or abort early, whichever way you want to look at it, which has come back as Neospora or Neospora, for those who want to pronounce it that way. Why are you eating stinging nettles, cow? What are you doing? A little bit muddy in this corner this morning. Come on in! Come on! With the cows we dried off yesterday, we actually dried off probably 3 of the slower cows that come in at the end. So we've changed the dynamic of the herd. So we've got a different slow 3. But anyway, there's one cow that slipped or aborted. She was smelling a bit iffy last night in the parlour, so we will, if I remember, pick her out and stick a pessary in her, try and clean her up inside. This red cow is holding these guys hostage. Get out of it. Go on. There's not supposed to be a cow in there. Right, it would appear we have one cow in the wrong field. How she's got there, I don't really know. And of course, I decided not to bring the Land Rover, so she's now decided to go as far that way as she possibly can, possibly to where she got out. I don't really know, but I'll take these girls across and get the Land Rover and go and fetch her. Oh, goodness me. I'm sure Rob and the family will watch this at some point. I don't know who we can blame for that one. We'll draw straws. Well, that was a minor inconvenience. Rob will know exactly who that is if I say it's 374. I won't need to say any more than that. Oh, we got a fuel light on as well. What a start to the morning. Right, that is her now in safe and sound. It's all a bit odd. I couldn't see where she'd broken out. I got her in from this end of the field, and there was no evidence of where she'd got out unless she'd just gone under some bungees. So I think it would be a wise idea later on to go down the other end of the field just to check she hasn't trampled a fence, but I can't believe if she had that no one else would have broken out. Anyway, I'm going to get them milked and then we'll show you what's going on for the rest of the day. So it's only me and Abby this week here. We've got all the dry cows to move, we've got the young stock to see and various other bits and pieces. So you'll see some of that today. Right, we are boogieing on this morning. Here is the cow I was on about that I picked out. So she slipped calf last week sometime. And she's just starting to smell a little bit, which is not brilliant. She's obviously got a bit of cleanings in her or something. They tend to hang on to them if they abort or slip calf. So what I'm going to do, as I hold this bottle very delicately into my arm, is put one of these in her. So that is an iodoform pessary, basically an iodine, dissolvable iodine little bullet thing it looks like, that we're going to put in the cow. Hopefully she's going to follow me. Yes, she is. How did I know you would do that, cow? My fault, I suppose, for not chaining the gate back first. All right, let's get her in the crush here. Go. Come on, let's make this nice and easy. I always find if you can be quiet and calm with cows, they'll do what you want them to do a lot easier, rather than if you start trying to drive them everywhere at 100 miles an hour. Right, so I finished milking. I've just wetted down all the units. Abby will be here in 20 minutes or so to scrape out. So I thought I'd do this quick and then she can follow her mates up to the field. But basically, for those of you who are unaware of what's about to happen, I'm going to put on this vet glove, and the pessary, which is in this packet, is going to go into her reproductive tract, so where the calf comes from. And basically that will dissolve inside her and hopefully help flush out and sterilise and just clean up all the nasty stuff that might still be inside her. Now Rob has pulled some cleanings off her, but the problem is when they abort or slip calf or calve early sometimes, or even when they have twins and things like that, they don't release their cleanings properly, and if they sit inside the cow they'll just rot and go toxic, and then you end up with a really, really sick cow. So the cow's absolutely fine at the moment. She's just starting to smell a bit, so she's obviously got a bit of something going on inside her. So we want to obviously step in before she gets to a point of being sick. So whilst this might seem a bit invasive, it is absolutely in the cow's best interest for us to do this. So we're going to do it. All right, vet glove on. Just lube up my hand a bit. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. Of course, now I've got a lubed up hand trying to get this out of the packet. Good thinking, Josh. Now these are bullet shaped, so you put them in point first and just push them in basically as far as you can get them, I think. Nice. If you're queasy, I apologise, but can you see this red sort of gloop dripping from my hands? It stinks. It absolutely reeks. Get rid of this cow and then get back to washing the parlour. I don't know if you saw there when I took my hand out of her, she was sort of arched over in the sort of position she'd be in if she was having a wee. Fantastic timing from the compressor. Good girl, you can go out. She'll hold her tail in the air for a little bit now. I don't know whether those are designed to like slightly irritate them or not, to help them sort of try and flush themselves out and push anything out. Anyway, what was I saying? So she was arched over and she had a fair amount of red, slushy, horrible liquid come out of her, which is good. Cow, go that way. She's not used to going this way around the system. Well done, cow. Off you go. So yeah, all that horrible red gloopy stuff that come out of her is exactly what we want. That just wants to be not inside her. That is the aim of the game. Now, because she's been tested positive for Neospora, or Neospora, she won't get bred from again, so we just basically got to make sure she doesn't get sick. She'll milk a little bit now because she's had a calf, so her body's telling her, I've had a calf, so I need to produce milk. And yeah, basically we just got to keep her right. And then at some point in the future she'll go. She won't be bred from again. Just taking the doggos for their morning run. I apologise, I've not got the wind thing for my mic, so you might be hearing it. There you are, cows. You've got a belly full of stuff in here today. You see on the hill over there, the sort of ploughed looking field with dry cows in it. That's where we're heading next. I'm going to go move their fence. Right, cows. See you later. Come on, dogs. Go do running and stuff. Now, it looks really bad over there, like mud. And it is fairly muddy, but we've obviously doubled the amount of cows there in the last 24 hours. So we need to start giving them a bit more ground. They would have had a bit of a scrap and stuff like cows do. So we'll go and move them and see how we get on there. Taxi for Abby. I went to turn the corner and nothing happened.
Malfunction.
Malfunction of the driver, I think.
They look happy, they don't.
Yes, I came to the same conclusion. Well, the electric must be working, that's all I'll say. Oh, cows, get off the wire.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't think that's working, is it?
It is, I've just taken it off.
Oh, they're all pushing up.
Right, it's not on now, so you can grab it. Whee! Get to high ground!
Wait until they're all in. Tapping the camera. Carol's getting up the top.
Really? If you walk that way with it, I said take that cow with you. Come on. Come on. Psst. Come on, follow me. Well done. Snorting cows. Well, that is well earthed. You put this bit of grass, Abby, on the fence. You look muddy, cow. Well, that'll keep him satisfied for a little while. That's it, cow. Eat it all up. You can have some more tomorrow. I think they can't be too hungry. Look, they haven't eaten the thistle.
Wow. They've eaten everything else.
One sole thistle. Why Gertrude? Hello, Gertrude.
It hasn't actually got a name, I just random.
No, I think Gertrude's sticking now. Abby and her pet cow. Got a bit of an udder coming, cow. Good to see. Well, I have nothing for you. You and Cav? I'm not a scratching post. Hey! I was looking for 417 yesterday. That's the one that had all that other, was it 417 or 431? I can't remember who it was.
413.
413, was it?
When I last...
This cow's become part of the tree. Nice little tail feature you got on there, cow. Oh, well done. You're wearing your tail on your back. Very nice. What are you doing?
Not today, please.
Oh, Christ, what are you doing? That doesn't fill me with confidence.
No.
Oh my Lord, what a morning. Now you would have seen us stop checking, probably the last bit of video you saw. We found a heifer, unfortunately, in the throes of aborting her calf. So me and Abby went to pick her up and that turned into a hell of a job. So luckily one of the neighbours, Jack, was going past on his quad bike and we must have looked stressed because he come to help without us asking. But without him we wouldn't have got her in, so thank you, Jack. Right, let's get this cow out and put my arm in her. Oh, you're right, cow, you see she's heaving. Heaving! That's it, this way, at least Rob knows what we've been up to whilst
I want to pull a little bit so I can get that gate when...
Yeah, that'd be enough room for all four, I suppose. I know, girl, it's been a traumatic morning. All steady. Right, Abby's going to put her hand in it. Right, here comes the fun part, Abby. What will we find? Now, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not that excited about this to be. Right, girl, what's going on? Yeah, if you could do some relaxing, that would be ideal. She's all ringed up. I'm sure I can feel the mouth of her cervix, but I can't feel a calf. This is not very good, so I might call a vet. If I can feel her cervix, but not her calf, she's in a bit of distress, isn't she? Right, it's been a couple hours since the last bit of footage you saw. What I'm going to say is a good thing is the cow is not aborting. She's just behind this door. She's lied down. She's been in this pen here since we brought her home. I actually called the vet. I put my hand in her and she was all ringed up and the cervix was there but it was closed and everything just felt weird. I don't really know how to describe it because unless you put your hand in the back of a cow before, you don't really know what you're feeling for. But anyway, the vet came out, and the vet that came out was actually Jack, who helped us. It was his wife, Danielle. So she came out and gave her an epidural, just to stop her heaving all the time. So I'm sure that was a good thing. We came to the conclusion that she's got, we think, a bladder infection or urine infection. Because she's like irritated at the back end, but everything's correct. I know she's got some udder. We don't think she's aborting. She's not got a twist or nothing like that or a torsion. So we've come to the conclusion that that's what it is. She's got an infection probably in her bladder. So we've given her some Metacam. She's had her epidural to stop her heaving. We gave her some Metacam, which is an anti-inflammatory and like a pain relief thing. And then she's also had some Betamox, which is an antibiotic. She'll have that for a week, so she'll have 25 mil every morning for a week to hopefully get over whatever infection she has got. The reason we've left her in here, I know she's on the floor, but she's comfy on the floor, is because we're going to put her across the lane, right in front of the parlour, with a couple more cows. We don't want her on her own because she's been so stressed out and running through fences today. We don't want to put her on her own. So we're going to pick out a couple of the cows that have had ongoing foot problems, so they haven't got to walk miles to the fields. Leave her with this one, and then we'll get her in every morning to jab her. So we'll get the cows in and milk them and jab her at the same time. So that is the plan we're going for at the moment. These cows are all obviously stopping to look at the water here that's for that cow. Danielle did try to catheterize her, so trying to get a urine sample to like confirm that it's what we're thinking, but she got the catheter in, but there's just absolutely no urine in her whatsoever. She heaved every last drop out. I feel a bit sorry for her. She's obviously pretty uncomfortable, but hopefully she's feeling a lot more comfortable now. She's stopped trying to heave everything out, which is a big plus. Anyway, what was I going to say? We just been up to get the cows in. As you can see, there are cows coming in. They're in one of the furthest fields away, so I took Abby with me. She started walking the cows back whilst I shifted the fence. And halfway back from bringing the cows in, there's like a separate lane that you can come down with a truck. So I flip back now to start and just check on that cow. Abby will bring the last cows in, which she is now, and then we'll make a start. Right, we just finished milking, and before I go home, I've just been and filled out the medicine records before I forget, because that's obviously Very, very important. The kind of thing you always tell yourself you'll remember, but you never do. So best thing just to do it the day it happens whilst it's fresh in your memory. Right, also just before we go, there is the heifer that we've been treating, 409. She seems more than happy out here. She's not trying to heave the entirety of her insides out of the back door now, which is good. So we've managed to calm her down a bit, and whatever we've given her seems to have settled her down. She's away grazing there, quite happy. And whilst we're milking tonight, we just picked out 1, 2, 3 cows, just to give her a bit of company here overnight, so she didn't get spooked on her own. We're gonna have to bring her in obviously every day now for a week to jab her. So we'll leave her here with 3 milking cows that have got, the feet aren't bad, they just had ongoing problems. One's got a bit of tonocrosis, and the other 2 just walk a bit funny. They sort of shuffle their feet. So it's not a bad thing for them to be close to the parlour anyway. So we'll bring them in once we milk the main lot, and milk those 3 and jab that cow at the same time. That'll be a good job done, I reckon. Anyway, I reckon that is a good job done today. Not what we had planned whatsoever, but I'm glad it's ended positively. I'm actually glad it's ended the way it has, because obviously there's every chance now she'll just calve normally whenever she's due to calve. I'd put what's happened to her today better than an abortion any day of the week, so happy with that. Big thank you again to Jack for helping us out. We would have been stuck, I think, for a couple hours more anyway without him, so thank you, Jack, and thank you, Danielle, for coming and looking at the cow for us as quick as you did. And yeah, good result all round. So nothing else to do now other than shut the gate on them for the night. Milking cows are up there on the bank, these 4 down here, so we'll bid them farewell and see them in the morning. And thank you to you guys as well for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, then please hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subs, and we'll see you in another video very soon. Cheerio.
Like a drug